That's right, it's time for me to go on YouTube. My name is Moe Nasrul, and you know what? This is my very first video on YouTube in regards to playing Summoner's War. And I want to take this opportunity to introduce myself. Again, my name is Moe Nasrul. I was formerly a TV host for ATV Night Live, and that was roughly around the time that I started playing the game. It was August 2014. That's when I started playing Summoner's War. And at the time, I was doing voiceovers as well for radio commercials. Before that, I was a Fly FM news and traffic announcer. So I went from a radio personality, and then I had my own show called ATV Night Live, along with co-hosts Jeremy, Baki Zainal, as well as Nadia Nazir. I mean, they were all there on the show with me, and they were my co-hosts. I mean, I had a really great time doing that show. And while I was, doing all of that, I was also playing this game as well. And one of the aspects that I love about this game was that you can put the game on auto. So right now first of all, I'm not auto playing, so as you can tell, right now. So I have my friend slash producer he helped me set all the equipment up so I can do YouTube videos. And basically the man that convinced me to do YouTube videos in the first place, my producer, aka the strategist and stuff like that, because I've been playing Summoner's War for 3 years now, and I guess you could say on a game platforms such as this, or games in general, I tend to be a very competitive player, or I want to be a competitive player. I want to be more competitive. I'm not the best, but I want to try to come as close as possible to being the best as I can. So my friend here as well, he's been helping me build this account as well. I mean, like, we've been meeting up over coffee and stuff like that, so I'm playing my account, he's playing his account, he would share some of his ideas, we discuss and stuff like that, so one of the things about this game, and all other games, especially mobile games as of late, you can do it by yourself, or you can do it with friends and stuff like that. And this game specifically, and I'm watching him play my account as I'm doing this YouTube video. I mean, with this series as well, you can come to me on this journey to the top, and then I can show you some of the ideas I have. You can comment in the comment section, give advice on what you think I should do, or what you thought was amazing about my video. I mean, that's the whole purpose of this, so I went from ATV Night Live, and I mean, a lot of time has progressed since ATV Night Live has been off the air. So right now I'm in the Penang Island, and I guess you can say I'm a stay-at-home dad right now, essentially, aside from doing voiceovers and stuff like that. I mean, going from a TV host and a freelancer allowed me the time to spend time with my kid, and of course, raise him up good, be a good daddy. And while I'm doing that, I'm also playing this game as well. And there are a lot of elements to this game that I love, so I'm watching it on the screen right now. And if I put it on this view, all right, so I mean, as you can tell, these are all the monsters that I've gotten so far in the monster box. And right now we're going up against Dacha Sakura, So this is the RTA. This is a live, real-time, it's a real-time arena. So this arena, you go up against various people, you choose your monsters, your opponent gets to ban one, you get to ban another one, and then you fight with 4 monsters, so there's a lot of strategy involved in this game as well. And in this series of YouTube videos, I'll be explaining a couple of things that I'd be doing as well, the concepts of teams. There were a couple of other YouTubers as well that I've watched on YouTube that said that when you're playing this game, it's not just about the monsters, it's about the team. It's a lot of emphasis on the role they play. And I guess you could say, coming from a background where I played games like Final Fantasy VII, or even strategy games like Total War or even StarCraft, there is an element that you want to build your attack force, and you have a lot of that in this game as well. You have your teams, and these teams, they have runes that boost their stats, and then the runes themselves are a different animal. They have like their own substats, and we put them in slots, they do different things. So there's a lot of thinking involved, and then I guess you can say I upped my game when I sat down with other people as well. I mean, and this game is also very social. It's a combination of Pokemon and IRC and Final Fantasy all rolled into one, and the monster aspect, is just like building up your Pokemon. So if you're the type of person that likes that kind of game, yeah, this is it for you. And if you have any suggestions of games that you think that I should be playing, just let me know in the comment section, right down there. Just write like, maybe you should try this game. Yeah, we'll try it out. I'll give my honest opinion, what I think about it if I've never played it before. So I'll be coming from the aspect of playing as a noob. There are also other games that I play as well, where I'm mostly intermediate in these games. So I won't say I'm an expert level, but I'm mostly intermediate. The whole purpose of these videos is that I'm trying to be of that level, where it's like, mostly on the competitive level, and I'm just step by step building myself up, and we're going to be looking a lot into this game as well. Like I said, there was the PvP aspect, which I'm trying to improve myself on. I've been doing a lot of PvE, which a lot of dungeons, dragon runs, giant runs, you name it, Necropolis, even the Tower of Ascension. So those are some of the things, the features in the game as well, which are familiar to those who have been playing the game. But those who haven't been playing the game, just know that this game is very rewarding at the end of the time. I mean, I've spent 3 years building this account, and like I said, some people are lucky in their summons, some people are not lucky. For me, I'm sort of 50-50. I'm somewhere in the middle. I mean, I did play casual for a long time, but I did also pour some cash into it. And a lot of this is like, for example, one of the packs is about like 100 USD. Close to 100, roughly there. I'm just doing a rough calculation, yeah. But so, and me being based in Malaysia, it did hurt. Let's put it that way, but not as much as normally would. Because the way I look at it is, I mean, growing up, I played in arcades, So I used to play games like Initial D. They give you this card and stuff like that, and then you slot like, oh, that's pretty good, man. No, I'm talking to you, man. I'm talking to you. No, I'm kidding. All right, so basically, yeah. So I'll be slotting the coins in and stuff like that, play my games, and so I got used to the concept of some games that you got to put in a little money to get ahead, especially if you want to be more competitive than you originally are. So coming from an age where we didn't have mobile apps, internet was still like not. You had to have a LAN connection with somebody else. You had to be connected to this cables. You have LAN parties where everybody brought their own computers, and we all hooked up. That was a thing. LAN parties were a thing. So I came from that generation, and putting coins in to play games and improving yourself wasn't a big difference. It's just like managing your expectations. How far do you want to take it in the game? You want to go all the way? Sometimes you have to put in a little bit of cash, And the thing is, this game started off as a free game. So most free games, the developers, they know that people want games for free, but if they want to progress to a certain high tiered level, you got to put in some money. But not saying that you have to. I mean, some players, I know a couple of players who are somewhat high level who have made it just by casually playing it. But they do lack in certain aspects, and that's probably the reason why, if you don't have the time to develop certain aspects, you can try to rush it a little bit with buying some of the packages, and that's pretty much what the game's all about, and aside from that, you can, is there anything that you want to know about me, anything at all, you can just put it in the comment section. I'll answer it. I mean, if you want to ask about my past experiences managing bands like Kiro Protocol, Siti Nohaliza and stuff like that, or even the Defam Girls, I mean, for my short time, working as an artist manager. Well, actually, it wasn't a short time. It was quite long. It was almost a decade, So if you want to ask about music, or if you have a band, or you have your demo tape, your hip hop artist, you want to know how to make it in the music industry, I don't mind. We can use this video while I'm playing this game. While talking about this game every now and then, if you need advice, and I might even get into Twitch streams. Let me know. Should I get into Twitch streams? Just let me know in the comment section. Yes or no. Is that a good idea? Because then at least I will be able to answer your questions live. You can ask me how do I promote my band? I mean, what is the publishing deal? What is the royalty? Well, at the same time, I'd be like, hey, if you're busy, play games like app games, especially mobile games. I love mobile games at this moment. It's just so convenient, because coming from a freelancer perspective where I'm self-employed, I mean, it's technically my business is me, and I have to do multiple roles. I have to deal with the clients, I have to see what they want and deliver the best voiceover you've ever heard. I mean, and all those things take time, and games like this allows me to put the screen on the side and I'm just doing my work and stuff like that, So games that allow me to be productive are definitely mobile games, because sometimes you just need that release. And even though I do music, I do TV and stuff, games has always been a part of my lifestyle. I mean, I remember the first time I got a Super Nintendo, that was the most weirdest moment ever, when I woke up and I saw right there, because I was working a paper route when I was 12 years old, so imagine delivering paper, And me and my brother, we pulled in money and we finally bought a Super Nintendo game. And I remember the next day after buying it, because it was actually one of the first things I bought with my own money. Before that, I've never bought anything with my own cash. It was just like either allowance from my parents and stuff like that. I was very fortunate enough to have parents who gave me an allowance. And then doing this paper route, I was very independent, and then getting the Super NES and waking up and seeing that. I think that was the moment that I fell in love with games. When I looked at that Super Mario Brothers cartridge stuck into the Super Nintendo and played it for the very first time. Because it felt like something that I had invested my time and effort into, that I could have been just like bumming around or something. Mind you, this again was the age where we had no smartphones. The best thing to do was go to the park, you met your friends, you climb on trees and stuff like that, fresh air. So, having a Super Nintendo was phenomenal. And then, I watched the game industry grow from just, something that you have as a home entertainment system to like one of the multi-million-dollar industries and stuff and that was PC games, and app games are catching up as well. So it's amazing and stuff like that. And then YouTubers, there are YouTube people online now who are making money off of YouTube. That is a great development. Especially like thinking about people who it's a way of generating income. So if you're there at home and you have a camera, you have time and effort, or in my case, a friend that helps me set everything up, gives advice about how to play the game, even advice on how to set things up, as best as possible, in terms of the tech stuff, because he's also a very techie guy, you're a techie guy, so start a YouTube video, why not, give it a shot, that's why I think it's a good idea, and that's why me, coming from a TV host, I was like, it gives me the freedom I want, and I want everybody out there to enjoy the game as much as I do, enjoy being a YouTuber as much as I do, and talk with me. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel about my videos, how I should improve, because I'm still building myself up, and I'm sure you're building yourself up too, and so far that's pretty much. If there's anything else, okay, I've literally ran out of content to say about myself, but if there's anything that you want to know about me, about my past, being in any of the professions I have, and maybe even why I'm on YouTube right now, yeah, just in the comment section. So let's keep in touch. My name is Moe Nasrul, and we're playing a little bit of Summoner's War, and we're going through what are you playing? What is this, Kairos? You're going for Necropolis? Alright, so this is our team. This is not the speed team, right? Yeah, okay, so this is the speed team. So Necropolis is one of the hardest dungeons that you could ever, I wouldn't say you could ever play, but it's definitely one of the upper dungeons, and we're looking for specific runes now, and a lot of the runes that we want are in this one. I'll explain in another video the thought process that we had in building this team, and then how we contributed in terms of powering up the runes and what runes we use. We'll get into that into detail, but if you recognize some of these monsters, you know what it is. But yeah, so this is some of the things that you can do in the game itself, and we can discuss things, that's the beautiful part about YouTube videos. And right now, I can just say, well, that's my first video. Let me know what you think, and